is that? Oh, alright. Hello, everybody. Good morning to all of the bears. Bum bum bueno. Bum bum bueno, 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 bum bum bueno. Bum bum bueno, 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 bum bum bueno, bueno, bum bum bueno. Bum bum bueno. Bum bum bueno, 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 bum bum bueno. Bum bum bueno, 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 bum bum bueno, bueno, bum bum bueno. Bum bum bueno. Bum bum bueno, 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 bum bum bueno. That's the worst bell ever. It's gotta be made in China. Scuzzy Wombat, welcome to my first morning live stream I've ever done. How are you doing, my friend? So, I'm volunteering at, like, some Trump kind of, like, the Arizona Republicans Trump thingamajig or whatever. And literally, day one, they gave me keys to the office. And they're like, hey, you're responsible. Watch over all of our merchandise. And so, here I am, a couple days later, manning the office. It's pretty fucking chill. So, like, you walk in, like, there's the front door. You got all these crazy Trump signs and, like, other politician signs, blah, blah, blah. Like, the front table. It's like, oh, look at all of our propaganda. We're so special. And then I made all those signs myself a couple days ago. There's the Special Boys office. Of course, a shrine to the god Reagan. And then, obviously, this whole fucking place is just filled with, like, Trump and, like, shit. I find it fun. It's just also, like, absolutely absurd at the same time. Students for Trump ASU. Is that Josh? Or is that Chris? Or is that Osama? Who is logged on to the Students for Trump account? Interesting gravy. I am in the office. Woohoo! Ronald Reagan. Exactly. Ronald Reagan was such a patriot. He only helped pass the Immigration Act that allowed California to turn blue. Yeah! Students for Trump ASU, identify yourself. Who's using that account? Scuzzy Wombat, do you have any fun plans for the weekend? I'm thinking about going to California next week to go visit Tartarian Productions. Yeah, so Students for Trump ASU just left. I'm gonna assume that was probably Josh. So the funny story about Josh is he's literally an East Coast Jew that got shipped over to the West Coast, over to Arizona, because Students for Trump Arizona State University chapter were awesome, and like we went viral almost from the second we started doing our thing. So of course you need a manager to gramble. Thus, Josh. Ooh, where are you pondering on moving to? That sounds fun. Nice! That sounds absolutely brilliant, Scuzzy Wombat. I'm actually like really curious who logged on to the Students for Trump account now. Yes, purchase great amounts of land, and of course,
What up?
welcome to the greatest stream in all the land. This is the absolute best thing that you will ever see.
I will not get a fever. I will not sneeze.
The COVID, I'm going to be the absolute best COVID patient ever. I'm going to take all the hydrochloroquine, and I'm going to get better just like that.
I will rocket punch this COVID in the face.
I'm sorry, COVID, but you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. That's good. So what, are you in, wait, this is redundant. Arizona?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. I was talking, on that board I sent you the thing for. Yeah. I see that.
Right. Wait, the board? Is that the group chat we're on now?
Oh, are you in there now?
Yeah.
Nice. I gotta find you on there. All right. Well, yeah, on that board, been talking to a good number of good people, and yeah, of course that's part of the discussion, and finding some land out there, and just kind of finding some there. I've got some work to do. I mean, I gotta like cut some things, but it's really bringing up the idea of whether I really want to do that and kind of move away from family, or if I.
Real quick? Yeah, of course. Stand by, I gotta help someone real quick.
I can get it.
All right.
Of course. Have you any posts or anything?
Oh yeah, we need to.
How many signs are you grabbing?
Ton.
A ton.
I'm going up to the Trump store in Cape Creek,
Oh, nice.
and the road rally ends right by that store.
Uh-huh.
So we're probably going to get an influx of people, and everybody up there is asking for something.
All right. So I grab a big old stack for you.
Yeah, how many do you think that is? Give me a rough guess.
Probably 50.
Okay.
And I'll bring these out to your car for you. Which car are you driving?
It's a white van. It's parked under the covered chain. As you go down the stairs, you see it over to your right.
Perfect. I'll bring these out to you.
Thank you.
Of course. All right, I'm back. Turns out there was a.
You good, man?
Turns out there was actually a reason for me being here. Surprise to me.
Surprise.
Indeed. So, like, I was a little bit butthurt by coming here this morning because I wasn't supposed to be here for like another 20 or 30 minutes. And my quote-unquote boss, he called me at like 7 in the morning. He was like, hey, man, the other person that's supposed to be there isn't answering his phone. Could you, like, go to the office? I gave you the keys. I was like, fuck. Okay. And then, oh, stand by. Someone else is calling me.
There it is.
And Ward Bear also welcome everybody. That was one of my quote-unquote bosses calling me because turns out it was someone I actually like who was on the Students for Trump account. He called me, he was like, hey, I just saw you in the office. I was like, yeah, I was just mocking you.
Surprise, surprise.
Indeed.
Supplies.
It turns out that me calling him to identify himself actually worked.
Yeah, I threw the call out in chat. I'm like, identify.
Right.
Yeah, so how'd you get into all that, man? What's
So I was taking a political science class, and it was a requirement for my major at the time. Newfoundland Bear, welcome. And there was another Marine in the class, and he was like me and him before class one day got into this big argument. Ascension Bear, welcome, and he was basically for sodomy, and I was like, fuck no, dude. And I had all the data, and so I was like, oh, good. So in self-reporting studies, 25% of the LGBTQAI plus community self-identifies as pedophile. Do you not find that concerning? Fact. And so the teacher, he literally found this conversation so amusing that he just let us continue for like a good 20 minutes in the class. And after the end of that class period,
there you go.
One of my fellow classmates, his name is Chris, the guy that just called me, he was like, hey, dude, do you want to join our club? And I was like, sure, why not? Because I thought he was a cool dude, not knowing what I was joining. Like, yeah, why not? And so the first, like, tabling event or whatever, I had the opportunity to wear, like, all my Trump memorabilia, like the hat, the shirt, the pants, the socks, the shorts, like, everything. And I painted my face like Braveheart. And I just, like, I had this like, this giant flag. And I just, like, ran around and acted, like, just having fun, like, yelling at people, like, hello, you with a skateboard! Come register to vote! And just absurd things. And I had a blast. And I guess that's what they were looking for. So, like, hey, man, do you want to be the third officer of our club? And I was like, sure. So now I've got some special title. I don't know what it is. But I'm the third most special boy in the largest Students for Trump chapter in the country. Woohoo!
Chief Jap of the club.
Say again?
Chief Jap of the club.
Yes, Chief Jap. Ooh ha ha. Chief Jap. Ooh ha
ha. That's good. So wait, so you're Marine?
Like Marine Corps veteran. Like I'm not active duty any longer.
Gotcha. I didn't, but I went to Marine Military Academy for a summer.
Oh, so I got a
Huh?
How was that?
It was pretty cool. I had a tough time because I got sent for a bullshit reason. I mean, a half bullshit reason. I unlocked my own gun from the family gun cabinet, but yeah, right.
Huh.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. Took me a few months to get left, right, left out of my head.
Dude, and, I'm like walking down the street. I'm just like, left, right, left. And like, in my head, I'm just doing the like, sing song.
Oh, hey, do you remember the? Okay, maybe you've heard the one, but the where they do the marching tune to the tune of like Queen something. Do you remember that one? Did you hear that one? Like I remember the fact of it, but I don't remember the tune.
I don't think so. Most of the ditties that I was exposed to, IQ_OM welcome. Most of the ditties that I was exposed to were like your like standard Marine Corps things. But Newfoundland Bear points out a good fact. I forgot to wear my white shirt. Damn it. Newfoundland Bear, where were you when I was woken up at 7:30 in the morning to come here? And then Ascension Bear is asking, what do I think about the Proud Boys? I think that most of them have good intentions, but the whole concept of going out there and like fighting Antifa only puts yourself at danger. And from the stories I've heard, there's like a lot of Antifa that are just LARPers and fucking douchebags. That being said, like Ohio Firebear is a wonderful dude, and he's part of Proud Boys. Like there's tons of good guys in Proud Boys, tons of retards in Proud Boys. It's just another group.
Huh.
Yeah. He's got some awesome stories.
Yeah, I'll be seeing him tomorrow morning. You
No,
gonna be there?
Service. That's at 8 a.m. Central Time?
I'm Mountain Time, and I know it's 9 o'clock for me.
All right. Is Mountain Time Arizona?
No, because you guys don't do daylight savings time. I know that from selling sheet roofing.
Yeah,
I used to run your guys' area.
nice. So we're 10 o'clock for tomorrow?
I think so. Here, let me check.
Like, it's one of my many weaknesses is because I've born and raised in Arizona. I know nothing about daylight savings time.
That's probably for the better, man. Dude, honestly, I don't ever look at my clock. I don't ever, like, I cook shit off a feel. My roommate gives me trash. My roommate gives me trash. He's like, oh, you burnt it a little bit. I'm like, I was going for that. And
I
he's
wanted
like,
it a little bit extra crispy, obviously.
yeah, man, you got to get that crisp.
Dan Barone, welcome.
I'm in Arizona, so it's not. Yeah, you'd be an hour behind me.
Cool.
So I guess would that be 8 for you? Yeah,
I think it'll be 10 p.m. If it's 10 a.m. If it's 9 a.m. for you, it should be 10 a.m. for me.
Well, it's 10 here for me, and it says it's 9 there for you, right?
Oh, like I said, I don't know anything about daylight savings, so whatever you're
what
saying
time
is probably
is it?
right, and I'm probably wrong.
Is it 9 there?
Where's the clock? Because I'm on
See?
Instagram live stream, so I can't use my phone as a clock.
Sundial clan. I'm gonna get one.
Yeah, there's literally not a clock in this whole office. Huh, never noticed that before. Yeah, I have no idea what time it is right now.
Try to get your phone to glitch. Do like a small pull down from the top.
Ooh, good call. It is just past 0900 in the morning. 9:19 to be more accurate.
Yeah, so I guess it'd be 8 for you.
All right, cool. 8 o'clock then.
Yeah,
What?
dude. Meet up.
Yeah, I've been wanting to look into that for like a week or two now.
Yeah, it's been nice. I haven't been since I've been so deterred by the concert halls.
Right.
Dude, that gets me so like irked. Cause I've went down and I've tried to like find the pastor. I've went in and I've been like literally like, can I talk to your biblical scholars? That guy's hiding something.
Dude, my thought exactly. But, so to add insult to injury, this is his sign.
Oh God.
Right? Oh Jesus! Yeah, Newfoundland Bear. We're talking about Ohio Fire Bears church service tomorrow. 9
Yeah,
o'clock
it is.
time, apparently 10 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock for non-insane people that live in Arizona that don't have to use daylight savings.
Cause you guys got clear enough skies, you got all that sun, you could just run off the sundial.
What do you actually know the reason why Arizona doesn't do like daylight savings? I feel like I knew
I
it
don't
once,
know,
but I've forgotten.
I don't know. I feel like it was partly political, but probably rooted somewhat in like the non-bullshit mentality.
Yeah, probably because we got all those like Aztecs
Yeah,
and fucking
knows.
warriors from Mexico and shit.
Newfie
Like,
knows.
fuck you, railroads. We don't need your shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a sundial. That's the way to go.
Well, how would you use a sundial indoors?
I wouldn't. I would set up a series of mirrors out the window to my desk. But I would set up a periscope out the door to it. Yeah, maybe it's the natives.
Yeah, that's my guess, dude. The desert niggers are very vicious when called upon.
These explosions
You're
are
using
crazy.
that word. Fuck you, I'm Mexican, motherfucker. It's not cultural appropriation. Yeah, Mickey brings up another good point. What if there's clouds? Like, does time stop existing for you now? For your little special boy sundial?
Fuck that bullshit. I was just watching something that was posted up in chat last night about Big Ben and how they have certain, like the one note for Big Ben is supposed to be like a focusing note where it's like, oh, get back to work type note. Like it hits you, makes you think serious. And then there's another one that they have like in some other square that's more of like a relaxed note. But like you don't need none of that. Like I'm saying, man, I cook the shit off of feel. You know, I can start the oven downstairs, come up here, listen to a little bit of stuff, and be like, all right, get back to it.
Bosnia Bear, welcome, welcome. You know what? I don't even need to look at the sun. I don't even need sundials. I just listen to the sunlight, and I know what time it is.
Just don't have too heavy of a roof over you, and you can feel it.
I feel the vibes of the sun as it gives me its energy.
Dude, you fucking can. You fucking
Well,
can.
yeah, you can, which is why it's so funny that we're mocking, like using your truth to make a hilarious point.
It's like dual rhetoric.
Right?
It's like double negative rhetoric.
Or
I
double
can smell
positive.
it. Noofy knows. Noofy knows.
The bear, I can smell what time it is.
Smells like 8:30.
You still use clocks? What are you, a Neanderthal? I've been smelling the time since like I was 8 years old.
Your nose is just ticking.
Hey, so Newfoundland bear, because you're using your nose to smell the time, and you're using your nose more, does that mean that your nose is growing?
Nah, man, Noopies just they just have naturally large schnozzes. They're not pointy. They're just big and wet. Them some good dogs. Oh yeah. Yeah, no. This weekend I got time off this weekend, so
Nice.
I got to try to address my car. Try to see about really doing some inner searching, see about how much whether I really want to make a move or not. I mean, it's very enthralling. Like I said, or actually, I don't know if I covered it with you, but like how I always didn't always know like God by name or by script, but I knew it by feel. Like through going through bullshit and going through hell, like eventually this was like kind of a long time ago where I was just like, okay, so this is all like some debauchery. There's all some like ridiculousness going on around me. I can see that everyone's contradicting everyone. And I'm like, all right, well, get to the root. I was like, do we just need to shed all this crap? And I just kept getting signals that it was like, yes. And then like for a while I was like, but no, I don't want to. And it's like, well, you're just going to keep running into fucking problems. Like God just like kept showing me. It's like, well, you're just going to keep running into shit. I'm just like, well, you know, I've been having these problems with my family and stuff. And like, I'm like, all I want to do is correct it for the next generation. You know, it's all for the kids. And I just kept getting shown signals that it's just like, well, then start at the base. And I don't know, man, maybe this is it. Maybe that's it.
Starting at the base is the greatest thing that you've ever thought of. As long as you start at the base, you will do nothing but crush.
Oh yeah, Mr. Cornerstone. See, that's some of the stuff where I'm not too sure on. Like I don't. Okay. So I don't even know what the root is there. Like if it actually is bad to till the ground, because apparently that does screw with things, but tilling your compost is a good thing where you put your own waste in there. So that's kind of also metaphorically and like synonymous with being a shit stirrer, you know?
Well,
Like, in a kind of funny way.
If you're just Brianna, welcome. If you're just tilling your fields and you're not also additionally adding nutrients and fertilizers, preferably natural, organic, etc., obviously.
Yeah.
But if you just till it, then you're right. That does have a detrimental effect to the fields and your land. But
Yeah, you're just reaping it hard.
yeah, but the way that a lot of like old school farmers is after they would till, then they would obviously sow, and after sowing, then they would like kind of build up those mounds by hand or by other methods so that it wasn't detrimental to the soil. And then they would add compost, fertilizer, blah, blah, blah. And so the tilling didn't have an overall negative effect for them.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of composting and stuff, and I actually like right now I don't have a garden, which I need to move on. But I give it all to my neighbor, who's like a pro gardener, and she sows me back. She gives me all kinds of stuff, and it's great.
Nice.
Raspberries and like the peach raspberries. Oh, like the light ones, those are great.
Nice.
Oh yeah. But like metaphorically of the shit stirring thing, of the like Masonic thing, like building kind of isn't a bad thing. My whole life I've liked building and creating, and I don't know, like the garden thing is only really the thing against it. Like, but there is to be a kingdom of God, and so if you build the right way, then it becomes beautiful and harmonious, like literally harmonious, reverberatory of a high note.
Correct.
And so I don't know if like the Masons are just like a big ass sorting mechanism, and if like what they're doing is like comes as a horrendous thing to a certain perspective, but I don't know if like it's all bad. And I'm not trying to like fence it or something, but like I kind of stay out of it, and I know that some of my step family is in it, and from what I know, they're 33, and so I'm like, and he seems like low key like good dude, and like I went down to their not to that, but it was like the veteran hall or something, and we had like gin and tonics and stuff, and we were chilling with them. There's some old dudes, so, you know, they got a little bit of foul mouth on them, but they're all around pretty good from what I know. And I don't know, you know, that might not just be, you know, they could be fronting, but you know, he runs a excavating company, and what he does is he makes good. But I don't know what it all is, because that's what I see like when you really zoom out and you kind of try to look at the big picture. It's like, is it just a big sorting mechanism, and does it only look bad because of our current predicament? Like, I don't know, like because of our current perspective on things, like because of where we've gotten to, that it looks like a bad thing because we're like, no, don't stop me now. Like, yeah, does that make any sense?
Yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from. And on the super macro, you're right. Everything is a sorting, like this whole physical thing we call life.
Yeah,
is a
fishers
test.
of men.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, when you bring things down to a more macro level, specifically to like the Masons and like shit like that, they originally started, in my opinion, as like a kind of boys club that was trying to be intellectual, trying to have a good time. And as
Heard that.
the Catholic Church just kind of went crazy in like the Renaissance and like the Middle Ages and shit, they're like,
Yeah.
dude, the church is so gay, fuck this. Let's look for another source of knowledge. Oh wait, Lucifer's gonna give us a light? Let's Prometheus! Yeah! And then over the time they just got distorted and more fucked up. And
Is that where it is?
yeah, that's what I think it is. And so now you still have that basic foundation of the boys' club, camaraderie, building, crushing, and that's like the first 33 degrees, and then a couple ones after that. But once you get higher and higher, then that's when the wickedness and the evil begins to show. Because one of evil's like go-to strategies is to use good people as the meat shields.
Exactly.
To hide behind.
Yeah, meat shields, red shields, Rothschild.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
This shit is ancient. The Mongolians literally did the same thing.
Somebody else that already has clout.
Exactly.
Like from his perspective, from shithead's perspective.
Yup.
Yeah. Yeah, so wait, you're saying there is more than 33?
Oh, yeah, there's more.
33 was the peak.
No, dude. 33 is the peak for the layman. Like, unless, like, once you get to 33, then you basically join, like, a special club. Susie G Music, welcome. And after you join, like, you get to 33, then you have to be invited into the next level. And then that's a whole new beginning of a new pool of Freemasonry bullshit. And then there's their whole, like, degrees within that. And once you get to the top of that, then there's another echelon where you have to be selected. It's fractal. It goes on for damn near ever.
Yeah, Warbeard. That's a good point.
Agreed. Always remember that good and evil are of the same tree also. I concur, kind sir.
Yeah, everything finds a balance, which is kind of crazy.
Well, it's listen to recent Crow 777 videos.
I haven't listened to them very often. Like I've tuned in a few times and I found some really cool stuff. But the one that I really liked recently, I think it was early this week or maybe last week, was with Firmamentalist. Rose, dude, he was dropping some good knowledge. Like I don't know, I've not heard the dude before. But he was tying in a lot of good stuff. If that thing is still up there, I'd recommend listening to that because he was tying together a lot of stuff, and he's pretty big into the Bible and making sense of Scripture. Like he seems a lot better of a source than the biblical scholars that I was trying to seek out at my close church here, because he was bringing up some really big points about like the kingdom of God and how things were. I don't know, man. It was like it was kind of a little mind blowing.
Do you know what else is kind of mind blowing? It has nothing to do with Crow 777, but as I'm walking to this table, remember how I was showing you this grappler before?
Yeah.
Literally every single person on this table. Well, obviously minus the kid, because the kid isn't running for office. But, like, every one of them just looks creepy as fuck.
Well, yeah. They're doing that fake smile. They're smiling to no one. They're smiling to an orb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, man. See,
That's
that's why,
I
I have a hard time, like, going and trying to take a picture or something, so I haven't, like, updated my picture thing. And I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, maybe I should like take a picture of what I look like now. And I was like, the only way I could really manage this is if I like trick myself into getting a picture while I'm having like a good time. And I was like, that would be the only way it wouldn't be weird and fake. It'd be like, wake up having a good day, or like up on top of a mountain and be like, this is fucking great. And then like try to psych myself out and like whip the camera out before I realize it's there and like take a picture or something so that I don't feel like that. All ham bone.
When you're posing for a picture, don't be like, oh, I'm just fake smiling. It's just like, oh, I enjoy being here with these people. I enjoy this event. Like, just enjoy the blessings that God is giving you at that moment. And I find it's much easier to genuinely smile like as you're thanking God for things. And then
Well, yeah, yeah, holding on to that. Yeah, for sure. Which is funny because my brother's always like a ham bone. He has like a total ham smile. He's done it since he was a kid. It's just him.
oh, they have paper straws here. So gay.
Oh, dude.
I was curious about that. Now I know.
Yeah, that's a converged point right there. Freaking paper straws. Dude,
Yeah.
when I got the first one, I found some, yeah, that was ridiculous. It's like something they're trying to make it like shittier. It's like, hey, oh, the plastic straws are killing everyone. Here, we'll show you a picture of a tortoise with a freaking straw in his nose. And it's like, yeah, dude, but this whole other thing, this plastic or this paper one is gonna be like shittier. Like literally, I got a drink with a paper straw, and I ended up using another paper straw halfway through the drink because the fucking paper straw turned to mush.
Yep.
This is
Like-
hard shit.
What I find hilarious is right about the time they started using
What up, Andy Adam?
yeah, this is Handy Adam. Right about the time they started using paper straws, not very long after is a stupid mask thing. So it's like, oh yeah, let's not do plastic straws to save the environment. But then let's throw masks away everywhere because that makes much more sense.
Newfie's like, I bet it's poo paper.
Recycled toilet paper. Oh my goodness. Dude, that would be hilarious. And also really disgusting because I just put one of those in my mouth.
Gross.
Nick, welcome, welcome. So for everyone who didn't see the original tour, I am volunteering at a God Emperor trunk office. And so they got all the fun little signs. There's the front door. Make America great again, I swear. And they've got all the grabblers running for office. And then the Special Boys office with the god Reagan, who sold us out. Calendar, blah, blah, blah. The Special Boy himself. And then the wife. And we're in Arizona, obviously. Every other state sucks. And then the snack table. And, dude, look at all these signs. Like, literally thousands of signs.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy around the corner from me, he had three he had three signs stacked on top of each other.
Dude, people do that. Like, now that I'm, like, volunteering with this whole Trump thing, I'm seeing the most, like, ridiculous motivation of, like, signs and shirts and all sorts of crazy shit.
I want to see someone grab like 30 of them and make like a sign like Lincoln Logs house with it.
That would be pretty hilarious.
Wait, Handy Adam, let's start with just not being gay. Who you calling gay? Why are you gay?
What? What?
Why are you gay? That guy is an honor.
One of my buddies from the Marine Corps sent me that, and when I first saw it, I thought it was a joke. And so I looked up the actual news site. I was like, no way, this is real. That's
Yeah.
And ever since then, I really enjoy African news sources because they're hilarious and based.
Yeah, they got some good stuff, man. Yeah. Yeah, man, I gotta think because like it's been my thing that I've learned. Like, you know, I got basically like two missions or 2 or 3 missions. I like really feel like reverse the cycle or like undo the spiral of my family separating and get back to the land. And also like it's been a good reminder here lately to those who are given a lot, much is expected. And dude, I feel it. because I've
Yeah.
had a lot of blessings, and even when I like didn't realize it, like one of these things, like, man, all through my childhood, especially through like elementary school, I'd be like just like nonchalantly walking across like a field or across something, and I'd be getting buzzed by balls, like by baseballs, tennis balls, all those things, and they come like an inch from my dome, and I'd never get hit, like ones that would like totally knock me the fuck out. And the only time I've ever gotten hit in the head with a ball has been like when I earned it in like dodgeball, or if I was like dueling with my brother with like balls or something.
Mhm.
Like that's the only time. Other than that, like that shield, and like my other struggles, or like the struggle I was thinking about here lately, is I'm tired of getting, or feeling like I'm getting drained, when I think it's just like I'm not really in the right environment for the way I output my culture. How I like to start the reciprocation, and not like how, like, I don't go and be like, okay, I did this, now how about you do the next thing, but like I don't almost ever like ask for it, but it's like going to like a trading convention and like handing someone their trade, and then them just being like, oh, thanks, and walking away. And it's like, what the fuck?
Right.
But yeah. What? California, wait.
Yeah, handing out a mouse going off. It's pretty funny.
California. Yeah, dude. See, that's a funny thing, is we came here from California. I came here from the Bay Area, and I learned a lot about the streets out there. Although it was never my doing, but we were like kind of not really in the heart of it, but I saw it happening nearly every day. And I grew up in a level 1 trauma center. Like my mom runs the ER, like has since I've been young.
Mhm.
And so I'll be the first one to tell you, like, more than half the shit you hear out of a Medici's priest's mouth is going to be either some converged shit, some misconstrued shit, or some straight bullshit.
Oh yeah.
And they have a way of rationalizing it every single time, but it's from some other point, and probably not from the point that they should be diagnosing from. It'd be like they have you as the example, and they're diagnosing from another example, but they're telling it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, look at my little frock. I'm the special boy. You must listen to me for spiritual absolution. Otherwise, you go to hell.
yeah, I'm
Also,
the one
I'll fuck your kids.
stealing. I know you better than you do. It's like, nah, bud.
I am the divine representation of God. If you do not listen to me, you are not listening to God. If you do not love me, you are not loving God. If you do not touch my pee-pee, you do not love God.
Jesus. Yeah, Henry Adams on that tip. But yeah, man, I feel like, I don't know, just because I hear it like so much, I felt like a little bit of guilt of being like from California, but I don't bring that shit with me. Like when I came here, I bitched about, not having any surfing, not having any saltwater fishing, and having to deal with snow. But after a few years, I got pretty damn used to it, and I dig it out here, except for the gays. Like when we came here, we moved to just outside of Boulder, and that was my first time like ever being like rubbing shoulders with gays, and I was just like, what the fuck? And I had like I had like literal times where I was like, why are you gay? And that was my third time having to learn about that was my second time. And then I did another school district where I learned about World War II a third time, and by the second time I was already like, this smells like bullshit. And I was like, the Holocaust is not what they said it was. And and everyone was like, no. Roundabout there, Adam. But yeah,
It's funny.
Yeah.
So in,
Yeah,
in this in this conservative, like Trump supporting political office thingy that I'm in right now, two of the three like leaders are like open sodomites.
oh God.
Yeah, it's
Oh
like what
Jesus.
the fuck? And Jesus, even the
Oh
conservatives
Jesus.
like the PP.
Yeah, it's pretty nice around here, but man, it is blowing up. They just declared it as like the biggest the biggest they're moving all the big corporations in here. They got fucking big names around here.
Interesting.
And they're just bringing in people, doping them up. Get like they got a fucking ton of dispensaries in Longmont. They got a fucking ton of restaurants in Longmont. Now they got a ton of fucking corporate in Longmont, and it's just stacking. They got all
Longmont will be the best city in all of Colorado.
exactly, and they're just doing like they busted in a few years ago. They did town fiber internet, so they got damn fast internet there. You can get 100 meg for regular price.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's cool, and there's still a lot of good people in there, but I don't ever see them anymore. And it's so funny when my best buddy to this day that he actually moved out of town. He's a little bit further down towards the Springs, but he's like back in the day when we were in the end of high school, we were like, man, I don't give a shit what these people are thinking. Like me and him both were on the same tip. We're just like, man, I'm not gonna fucking like hold myself up all hoity-toity and try to remember all this shit these people are saying, because it's like I'm never gonna see you again. And it just kept coming true. Because like, I would love to see some people that I used to know. But like to actually be able to have some camaraderie and be able to like have some common ground, but like all these people come in and it's like, who are you, dude? Like going to the grocery and just I've never seen your fucking face before, save for like the checkout lady or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But damn, like half of them are fucking trans or on their way there.
You may be living in hell if your cashier is a tranny.
Oh gosh, yeah, man. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure like how far out of this blast radius do I gotta get? Like, is Idaho a good move for me? Because it seems ripe. I would have to readjust on how I do things. Like, and definitely learn a little bit more about, because that's the thing I really liked when I came here. Is my stepdad actually we got land out here and we started raising things, and dude, I love chickens, man. And chickens are super plentiful, man. They will do everything for you. They'll till your ground. They'll clean up bugs. They'll hunt for fucking pests, man. You find a rat, dude, they'll fucking gang up on that bitch.
Really?
Oh yeah. They are omnivores.
Awesome.
They are omnivores. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. They will gank up on anything.
Interesting.
If you have a big enough flock, man, I bet you they'd go after a coon.
Dude, so that means when I build my castle, instead of having a moat with water, I'll just have a moat filled with chickens.
Yeah, just make sure you like till it and throw all your refuse out there so that it brings up the bugs, and they'll stay around there, and you can just have a moat of chickens. Dude, little raptors. Dude, those are like the little raptors. That's like the metaphor, man.
Probably, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel it. I see it.
You the Black asks, how sharp are my swords? My swords are sharp enough to slice off your head in one stroke, my friend. Handy Adam Bear has seen chickens tear apart frogs.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I'm sure Handy Adam Bear knows about the smell of frogs. When frog season comes up and they all start pulling out of their burrows, you smell it in the air.
I heard it smells really bad, correct?
It does. It smells pretty shitty. But you kind of get used to it, but it's kind of it's a funky smell. But yeah, you know they're gonna come up and start taking care of the bugs at that point. which is nice. And yeah, it ain't too bad having frogs and toads. They're kind of weird, but you know, we all have fun picking them up and playing with them and shit. They're kind of funny, but you know, spook them too much or they piss on you.
Have you tried like fried frog legs or anything like that?
I haven't. I've only heard about that from Kermit.
Because I heard they were good. I've just never had the opportunity to try them before.
Yeah,
I feel
I don't know.
I feel like a gumbo with like crawdads and like frog legs would be surprisingly delicious with the proper spices.
No, French fried frog legs.
These ain't French fries. They're freedom fried, son.
There you go. Oh man, that was great this morning. Slept in a little bit. Roommate's girl made biscuits and gravy. Got me in on that.
Must be
Dude.
nice. Biscuits and gravy, man.
Oh yeah, dude. No dry biscuits around here.
Nice.
Oh, does the manure get them away? Oh no, you can't smell the frogs over the manure. Okay. Yeah, I smell the manure real thick when I go into work, going up towards Loveland. They got all the cows out there.
Yeah, there's some areas like that down south of the metro area where like as you're driving down the 17, I believe it is, there's just like this whole area south of the city where it's like miles and miles and miles of like industrial cow farms, and like your whole car just passing through it just smells like shit, literally.
Yeah. Wolf. Oh, yeah. With Handy Adam. Yeah, dude. Bats. Like we were making bat houses because they swoop in, man. They take care of them bugs, and the spiders. You know, it's kind of good to not mow all your shit. I mean, it is good not to mow all your shit because then you leave some land for all the critters.
Yep.
Like especially around about the ditches or the streams, you know, let them have their little area. They keep things in check.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
It's
I don't.
like God blesses you with this plot of land, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna take 90% of it and do my thing, provide for my family, and the other 10% I will give back to God. It's almost if it's biblical.
Yeah, lawnmowers break it up too much. I always wanted to get an implement for just hay in the backfield, so that you could some scythe, man. Get them abs.
Nice.
Yeah. See, I wanted to have one, but best I have for that type of thing is a javelin, which is not related to cutting grass. Javelins are nice. I got my uncle's javelin.
If you threw the javelin at a more like horizontal plane, then you can probably cut a good 3 or 4 blades of grass per throw.
Scythe supply. Is it scythe or sigh?
Sigh.
Sigh?
SciSupply.com.
Sigh supply. All right. You gotta check that out. I've seen a couple different styles of sigh. I've seen like a round the hip sigh with 2 handles. I've seen like the straight one. I've seen like one with like bent handles. There's definitely some stuff there, and I've seen people work them like real nice. Like you can get a pattern down real good where you can just start cooking through it.
Mm-hmm. Handy Adam Bear, is the Northumbria accent similar to the Scottish accent? Like, I know it's distinctly different, but how is it different? This is so fucking gay. Gay. Why are you gay?
What? How do you get?
They measure my cubit and my hip to the ground and my height and made me a perfect one. Oh, custom sigh. Awesome.
Dude, see, that's what I do with all my shit. Like, I have to be handy because I'm 6'4", and I have to fucking custom everything. Like, I still need to get a bigger fucking bed because I sleep in my. I need to get a king, but I won't fit in here. But I got a queen. I'm always fucking. I'm diagonal on my bed every night, like just so I, not hitting my head and smashing my toes. Because when I was a kid, I used to thrash at night, and so I'm always like fearful of it. I'm always like, man, I'm gonna wake up with black and blue forehead and toes and shit. Like when I was like 8, I put like 2 holes in the wall next to my bed, and like in one night.
Dude, like a couple weeks ago, I don't know how I did it. Like my leg must have like flipped over or something and hit the wall where all my swords are, and it accidentally knocked one of my swords off the wall. And so I woke up the next morning and I was just like cuddling next to one of my swords.
Oh shit! Oh man, that's a little concerning.
Well, I mean, they're all like in their sheaths, so it's not like most of them are in their sheaths. So there's a very low possibility that I'll accidentally slice myself open in my sleep.
Wait a second. If I'm single, sleep in a hammock?
Yeah, sounds like a good idea to me. Hammocks are very comfortable from what I hear.
Tighter. Is it better to hang your hammock tight?
I don't know. I've never looked into hammocks before.
I have one, and I camp in a hammock, dude. 5-minute camp setup for the win.
Yeah,
I need to get my underquilt so I can do it in the winter. Fucking, what the hell are you saying? Is that a Rogan talking? You the Black cut my leg off? What are you talking about, you little bud?
Well, you the Black is talking about if I knocked over one of my swords and they didn't have a sheath, and then I would cut my leg off. But Handy Adam, how many swords could you carry into battle that you could practically use?
Getting to the real questions.
4. So you would have your longest blade on your strapped to your back, either this way or this way, depending on whether you're left or right-handed. And then you would have on your dominant side, you would have one sword, and that would be your primary sword. That would probably be something medium. And then on your non-dominant side, you would have another 2 swords, one medium, one long, and then in addition to all like your dirks and knives and shit like that you would have strewn across the rest of your kit.
Durka? Durka.
I wonder what would happen if I came into the office on like next week or whatever, and I just was wearing a hijab.
You'd make the news, bud.
People that formerly called me their friend would then call the cops on me because
probably. You'd see it in their face, and they'd be having like the dog having Vietnam flashbacks. They'd be like, the last Illuminati spell. It's coming back. Oh my God.
Instead of like the Vietnam flashbacks, it's 9/11 flashbacks, and like the towers just fall and there's no plane. And it's like, wait, that can't be the real footage.
Oh man, he's on it.
Handy Adam, I remember you mentioned Nathan Reynolds last night, I believe. I'd be down to interview him. I haven't watched his stuff since you mentioned last night, though.
That's who Nathan Reynolds is, the